Hello and welcome back. So, in our previous modules, we looked at how to format documents on Afrodocs and also how to use the Afrodocs AI in order to write our dissertations, theses, and assignments. So, now we are going to see how to use the Afrodocs data analysis tool in order to carry out data analysis. And when we talk of data analysis in research, it's simply the process where we collect, clean, and transform data in order to obtain useful insights. So when we are talking about the process of data analysis, you first of all start by collecting that data. Then after you've collected the data, you will need to clean the data. After you clean the data, you're going to transform the data and process it using a data analysis software. You can use the data analysis tool like SPSS, Data, or you can use the Afrodocs data analysis tool in order to analyze your data. And no matter whichever software in which you use, your results are going to always be the same. So now let's see how to analyze our data using Afrodocs without any waste of time. So I'm just going to go and bring in the chapter 1 and 3 in which we had. Because generally, when you're analyzing data as a data analyst, you need to first of all have the research topic in which you want to analyze that data for, where you're going to actually see the variables from. And the topic alone is not enough. You need to look at the chapter 1, see what is in the variables, what is in the research questions, what questions needs to be answered using data, and also in chapter 3, where you're going to see the research design. You're going to see the methods of data analysis. So it's useful in this context. So we're going to go and bring it in here to our data analysis tab. So I'm just going to go to the AI mode of Afrodocs and I'm going to go to the history here. If you're using your phone, it's basically the same thing, just that the positioning of the various screens would be different. So I'm just going to go to the other chapters in which we were writing and I'm going to bring in, let me first of all copy this topic. I'm just going to copy everything to my clipboard, but if you're on your phone, you can copy it one after another or you can write it down and bring it in. So I'm just going to go and copy the chapter 1 and I'm also going to copy this chapter 3. Then I'm going to go to the data analysis tab and I'm going to just create a new analysis. I'm just going to click on new and I'm just going to give the name. Let me just give the name banking analysis. That's it. This is the title here. You can just write it out or you paste it. Then you paste the chapter 1. So this is our chapter 1 that I copied. But you can always copy one after another. It's just that I copied this one to my clipboard. But it's no big deal. Then I'm going to also paste the chapter 3. Then after I've done this, the next thing for me to do now is to actually, first of all, analyze this chapter 1 and also analyze the chapter 3. So what I'm basically doing, I'm evaluating. You evaluate it to actually get suggested analysis and also the construct, that's your variable. So I'm just going to come here and click on analyze. So it's not like you're analyzing the data at this level. You're simply giving the data to Afrodocs to actually evaluate it and suggest the type of analysis in which will be needed for this particular topic. So you can see Afrodocs has suggested tests here. Your variables here, you have the technological factors, you have the risk factors, and you also have the social and environmental factors. So those are your variables and your constructs. Those are your constructs. Then you also have the suggested test here. So you can see you have descriptive statistics, you have this reliability test, you have the Pearson's correlation, multiple regression, VIF test, and you also have this other test here. So what you will do is you will simply go ahead and create a questionnaire for this. So these are just suggested tests, and during your analysis process, you can always choose the type of test in which you want. But Afrodocs actually suggests the test in which are suited for your own analysis. So we are going to proceed to the questionnaire, and we are going to create a questionnaire now based on the chapter 1 and the chapter 3 in which we have provided. So you can either import the questionnaire if you already have. If you don't have a questionnaire yet, you can go ahead and you automatically generate the questionnaire from AfroDocs. So I'm just going to click here to auto generate the questionnaire. So after we generate this questionnaire, we are going to actually understand how to administer this questionnaire and also collect the data. So this is our questionnaire here, which has been created for us. You can see it has given us suggested demographics. It has given us different Likert scale variables, Likert scale question in which we can actually administer. And you can actually edit these questions. You can remove them and you can add other questions as you want them. I'm just going to stop this video here and just start back another video just here because I want the videos to be shorter like we said from the very beginning.